for the coaches.
You know, the girls were. The girls told me something about it's not exactly. He said it's not being. I think let me try to remember what the captain actually used. She said it's not all about coming to camp for a very long time. It's all about playing other countries to know your weakness.
They played 3 games at the World Cup.
Yeah, that was just
that has exposed.
That has actually exposed.
What do you have to say about?
So we're hoping that they can actually work on that set because I mean, I just want to remember those goals that we conceded and all that. Maybe the coach can actually work on that. You know, when they return to training and get to play Equatorial Guinea. Because if you check Equatorial Guinea, Nigeria has actually won almost every edition of the African Women's Championship, and the only country that have been able to break even is actually the Equatorial Guinea. So they are actually a big team.
It's a good team.
It's a very good team. So it's not like Mali beating them 9-1 and all that. So this one really needs to prepare. And after that, you know, South Africa and Kenya are looking behind. But everyone's already looking forward to South Africa because Kenya may not just be able, they might just withdraw at the end of the day. But looking at Equatorial Guinea, you're looking at South Africa. So you have 2 crucial games for them to play, for them to be able to get to a ticket for the Olympics. Let me just say 4 because it's going to be home and away, just like that. So that's really key.
Okay, Oyin, very quickly, what do you make of these girls getting clubs abroad? And then how would you want Edwin Okon? He's been battered everywhere, bashed, a coach that has no tactics, and yet this is the man that will lead the girls against Equatorial Guinea.
Well, so yeah, I think that is a reward, you know, when you win a tournament like the African Women's Championship and qualify for the World Cup. Your players are exposed, you know, to scouts all over the world, and these players have, you know, deserved, they merited what they got. Like Alema Tanyide, wonderful player, unheralded, you know, very, very efficient in the midfield. Ngozi Okobi, you know, very, very intelligent player. I saw her, you know, one-on-one in Namibia, you know, a player that, you know, can turn the game around for his team. You know, so these are some of the best players we have at this moment. Going to the United States, you know, will only rub off positively on our team. Like Cecilia said, I think what we need to do is to ensure that our coaches also move with the trends. You know, there's only been continental coaches when we always qualify for the World Cup. The coaches, the Nigerian Football Federation will come. If we're going to stick with these guys, they need to, you know, get retrained, get updated with modern techniques of the game. You know, because these guys are moving up, the coaches should also move up with them. We saw at the last World Cup that there were some, you know, problems here and there that we don't want to. Edwin Okon has tried for this team. He has worked hard. I saw him in Namibia. But sometimes you also need to upgrade. You also need to move up so that you'll be able to compete with the best in the world. You know, so for Equatorial Guinea, they didn't qualify for the African Women's Championship. So that's a big minus for them. We've been playing more matches. We've been playing bigger teams. So the girls should be in the right frame of mind to handle any opposition in Africa.
All right, we wish the girls the best of luck. We'll keep talking about this in the build-up to the game that will be taking place in Port Harcourt next month. We'll be talking about it and hope that Edwin Okon can quickly shake off the disappointment of the World Cup and face the challenges of qualifying us for the Olympic Games, and then going to the All Africa Games as well and winning gold for Nigeria. That shouldn't be too much of a challenge that Edwin Okon wouldn't be able to surmount. So we wish the team the best of luck. We also wish Siasia and the Dream Team the best of luck, and we'll be keeping our eyes on the team as they get ready for the game against Congo. Congo is going to be a very tricky game, and it's important for us to get a decent, convincing win in the first leg before we go to Congo for the return leg. All right, let me read a few comments on Twitter before we go on this break. Ashimu Momo at Ashimom is asking why we can't have one home ground for all our matches. He says it makes our players to play away from home, play home away from home if we keep moving around. Maybe that's why the NFF have decided that, look, Kaduna for now is the home. For me, the Eagles now have a lot of homes. Akwa Ibom.
No, it's not peculiar to Nigeria. The Pharaohs of Egypt, the match they played against Tanzania was played in Alexandria.
They have a peculiar problem in Egypt.
No, but they've been moving their games too.
Their own problem is peculiar.
Even in England, they move their games too.
Wembley now. They play Wembley now. Before, when the Wembley was not ready, they were moving, but now it's Wembley.
Kaduna, Port Harcourt, these are cities in Nigeria.
No, but look, Calabar, Uyo, Abuja, Kaduna, everywhere. The Eagles can play everywhere.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be a problem.
All right.
The most important thing is for the fans to come out to support the team.
In large numbers.
Not when you are coming, you wear Arsenal, Man U.
Wear green.
Wear green and white to support, you know, put pressure on the opponents.
Okay, Ashimu, that's your point. That that's what it says. Okay. Tokpa Shaolu says, I can pay $1,000 to watch Enyimba 3SC match again. Okay, he said he saw the game in Ibadan over the weekend. We'll talk about that later. We talked about it extensively yesterday. He said he watched Enyimba and 3SC in Ibadan over the weekend, and it was an exciting game, and he will be ready to watch that kind of game over and over again. He says, I can pay $1,000 to watch 3SC Enyimba. Maybe the management of 3SC should start thinking of collecting gate fees in dollars when they have a big team like Enyimba. Come around.
Like 3, 4 people come to the stadium.
All right. Okay. So we'll go on that break now. Sisi, thank you so much for your time. Wish you the best of luck. We want to be seeing you more regularly, Sisi. We want to see you more regularly.
And quickly, the Women's League is going to resume July 4th. So finally, after the break.
The league is going to resume.
July 4th.
All right. That's a good one. So the league is also resuming very soon for the women's game. Sisi, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right. Let's bring you his highlights to wrap up Sisi's appearance on the show. I'll take you to Canada and bring you some highlights of Japan against the Netherlands in one of the round of 16 games of the ongoing FIFA Women's World Cup. When we return, Sule Koike will be joining us on Sports Tonight.